mics. I should quickly pop this in. Okay, and we're live. So, yeah, so the idea is just we sit down, we have a conversation, and then kind of half pretend the microphones aren't here while having the microphones here.
Once you get into talk anyways, I'm sure it'll work.
Yeah, get that like right up in your face too. Yeah, you can kind of see over there just how loud you're registering.
The levels, yeah.
Yeah. There you go.
Okay. Yeah,
so these fires in BC.
Well, those are some crazy things that it just keeps getting crazier, it seems, every year. Yeah, as I was just telling Connor earlier about my uncles.
Right before we got on. Yeah.
My uncles were up last week from Prince George and from Fort Fraser. My uncle has worked in Fort Fraser at the mill there for about 40 years almost, I'd say.
Yeah.
39 years maybe. And so he gets a call here a day before he goes back that they're on evacuation order if the fire jumps the river. And then I seen the videos of what it looks like. It just looks like hell over there, man.
Yeah.
Like, it's just dark. The sun's blacked out at 3 p.m. in the dead, right? Like, it's literally just like hell is on earth. Like,
yeah, it's like just even around here, it's been orange as fuck. Like last week.
Oh man, the smoke alone too. The smoke's been killing my lungs.
Yeah, it's fucking disgusting. Like, it's one of those things. It's like there's an entire province that's literally on fire. And where's Justin Trudeau?
Oh, he's fucking gone. He's not giving a shit.
Gay pride rallies in Quebec, and then Moss that think that gay people should be killed.
This is what's even more fucked up. I asked him, he found out my uncle how the one there started, because he's lived there 40 years, and he's never seen anything to the likes of that.
Yeah.
Machine operated. They didn't shut down the logging in the bush, even though they had fucking dry weather for 3 weeks because they wanted the money.
Yeah.
And so instead of shutting down for a month, they fucking started a fire.
Yeah.
And you're like, what the fuck, man? Like,
yeah.
Why are you using machines that spark? And then they had fuel everywhere too, and it caught up, and the guy couldn't put it out with his extinguisher, and then it spread from there.
Well,
it's just getting worse every year, it seems like.
And it's sad because, like, I'm pretty sure the last of all the old growth in all the world is here in BC, and it's all going up in fire. Like, pretty soon, we're gonna have to duck away from wood because we don't have good quality wood anymore.
Well, that's the thing. They're actually at his mill because of that and the tariffs that Trump have put on. They can't afford to fucking produce their wood, so what they're doing is they're fucking salvaging wood that was burnt in like Williams Lake and those areas last year and Fort McMurray because it's only burnt on the outsides, and then they shave it down and then they're reselling it to other mills in British Columbia and Canada because they can't fucking export it. They had to lay off a bunch of people.
Yeah, it's
a complicated issue.
It's fucking savage.
It's really quite savage, yeah.
Yeah, and people say, how is it global warming? And it's
we're living proof of global warming happening. Like,
I remember the year you moved here, you brought a fucking blizzard with you.
Yeah, that's very true. I remember that.
We were all scared that it was going to be the day after tomorrow, and the fucking, like, snow blizzard of death was going to come, and we were all going to all freeze.
2 weeks.
And now we're worried that, like, we're going to die in our sleep because, like, a small fucking cigarette's going to be tossed out a window and just...
Well, people can say all they want. It doesn't exist. It's getting drier and drier and hotter every single fucking year. Another 10 years, we're going to be in fucking desert-like climates like California probably and just have fire, like, burning all summer.
Yeah, and the worst part about it is anything you do to affect the climate doesn't really, like, you don't notice it till like 40 years later. Like, that's how long it takes. Yeah. So, and it's one of the things where they started doing like coal and oil refining and all that stuff, and now we're just seeing the real implications of that because it's like it's such a slow burn that nowadays it's like, okay, well, what can we do? And it's like, I don't know, but we got to do it fucking fast.
Yeah, and we'll be seeing those for years to come as well. So
yeah,
but.
And then you hear all this, like, bitching about the pipeline. And that's another thing where it's like, I don't actually know where I stand on that. Because I'm
divided on both issues, but main thing I'm proud about is that the Canadian government actually bought it because it was causing some serious shit and was going to start a civil war.
Yeah,
pretty much between BC and Alberta.
It's one of those things where it's like, do you want cheap gas? Because this is how you get cheap gas.
But there's the argument that we could build refineries in British Columbia and make our own gas for cheap.
Well, my biggest argument against it is we should be going towards more renewable energy, like you know, battery powered or solar operated, and we really
solar, because
Yeah.
even battery lithium. Have you seen lithium mines?
Yeah.
What they look like? They're nothing pretty either. Like,
yeah. Well, don't get me wrong, but you gotta invest in order to have improvement. And
honestly, what we should be doing is a lot of oils and clothing and things that are made with petroleum byproducts. We can be replaced with hemp plastics and all sorts of hemp products, just as strong and durable, but break down in literally way less time. You can throw a hemp plastic bottle on the ground, and within 90 days it'll biodegrade.
it's one of those things where almost like anything you can do with anything can be done with hemp.
Basically, and if hemp is strong, it's like bamboo. When it's done right and structured, it's very, very strong.
Yeah, it's like super light, but you could like kill a fucker with that.
They're starting
break.
the new thing. They're doing housing foundations and stuff with them.
Yeah, the first Ford vehicle was like made out of hemp, like at least the fenders and stuff. Like it's, well,
you can make very good stuff out of it. It's almost like fiberglass, like plastic that you can make. You can make that out of hemp, except it biodegrades, right?
Yeah, you can make like clothing. You can make.
And I'm not against the oil industry completely, because we do need it for lots of things, and it's been around for years and years. But we're at a point in time where we can find other resources.
It's a very efficient resource. Don't get me wrong. Like you put in a small amount and you get a large amount of energy output, which is why we've used it so long. And the reason why we came out with gas-powered vehicles and all that was to solve a fucking pollution problem with all the fucking horses. Like it was when you have a population in New York City, I think it was like 20 million people, and each of those people have a horse or two, and each of those horses lay like 30 pounds of shit. That's way more shit than anyone is ever prepared to deal with ever, and they just shit wherever they want. So they they invented cars.
That's just also like the whole cow predicament and the methane output that they put, because in nature, cows would not be around to the scale they are on Earth now. Because we have mass farmed them and produced them for that reason. There is so many more. In nature, they're not very smart. They get they're easy prey. They wouldn't they're not a large.
Have you ever seen what
population.
happens when a cow goes wild, dude?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
Wait, actually, I'm really not sure.
Here's the beautiful thing about this whole podcast.
You can get some videos going.
So we're gonna go Scrabble images. So this is what happens when a cow goes fucking wild.
Holy fuck.
Yeah, dude.
Oh man.
It's not a bison, it's an actual cow, but it's...
Jesus fucking Christ, it's huge.
Yeah.
But are those just cows or are those bulls? Those are bulls. Wild bulls.
Yeah, but they're like domesticated bulls that have gone out and they've gone wild and they've just gotten jacked. Like a warthog is the exact same animal as a domesticated pig. The only difference is one has gone feral because it is in the wild.
Well, yeah, it's wild, yeah.
And it only takes about 2 weeks for a domesticated pig to go and become a feral pig. Like it doesn't take that long at all.
That's like that. You ever heard of that woman that they found in the jungle somewhere? I can't remember, in Asia. That was a feral child.
Oh, really?
Feral woman, yeah. And they tried to rehabilitate her. They couldn't.
No,
I can't remember what her name was. Oh, it's a F-E-R-E-L or A-L, yeah. Feral child in bush. Oh, fuck, where is it? In Asia, maybe? I think it's Asia.
Raised by wolves?
No, maybe. I can't remember. It's this one woman, and they tried to rehabilitate her after they found her as a girl, and she couldn't get rehabilitated, and she basically had to...
How long ago was this?
This was a while ago, I think. This was
Northern India, said to behave like a primate.
I can't remember when this was.
2017.
It might have... No, it was a long time ago. It was like back in like the 70s or something like that. Late 60s, because all the pictures were in black and white. It was a YouTube thing. I don't quite remember. Apparently, there's a lot of them from what you just Googled. There's quite a bit of feral children, more than I was aware of. But
yeah, it doesn't seem like the most uncommon thing, but also when you live in the middle of...
Maybe it was. It wasn't wolves. Maybe it was monkeys, maybe. I can't remember. It was something like that.
Well, yeah, because I know the story of the Jungle Book was kind of based off of a true, not a true story, maybe a true-ish story, but, or at least...
I could see Jungle Book, but Tarzan's extremely far-fetched, like...
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't exactly
No,
remember.
George of the Jungle, obviously. That
Seeing what that guy looks like this day and age, Brendan Fraser?
Oh, yeah.
Fucking terrible. And I read a thing that said the reason he quit making movies is he got sexually assaulted by like a famous, he wouldn't name him, but like a movie director.
Oh.
No, and he said that he like went and the guy gave him a hug and like tickled his taint through his pants, and then after that he was all weirded out and didn't want to work in Hollywood anymore.
Yeah.
And you're like, he's like, the only reason I'm coming out is because of the Me Too movement and everything. And
Have you ever, do you remember back in the day when our parents used to say that hashtag symbol was the pound sign?
The pound sign, yeah.
Have
Still
you ever,
is technically on a phone.
have you ever thought about how it shouldn't be called hashtag me too?
I'm pretty sure I actually seen a meme about that at one point.
I love that meme.
That's kind of ironic in a weird way, but
Dude, I love the internet. Like,
yeah, it's pretty great.
Like, I found this the other day. You remember the Power Rangers, right?
Absolutely, I watched their newest movie. It was great.
Yeah. Okay. So,
Bryan Cranston as Zordon.
do you know
Is that his name, Zordon?
Yeah.
Okay, I was like, did I get that right? I called him Zoltar before. I was like, it starts with a Z. Close enough.
We're gonna have to mute this.
Oh no, mute.
I think we'll have to do the stupid ads. But this is fucking glorious, dude.
Fucking ads. Bagpipe metal cover.
Dude, you don't even know. I found this the other day, and I've been, like, so excited for it.
I found a metal cover of something else, and I can't remember. That's pretty badass.
Yeah!
On bagpipes? Like, holy fuck.
Yeah!
That is some metal shit.
Just fucking so glorious. Okay, where is it? I think it's around.
That should have been the anthem for the movie.
Here it is.
Yeah. Can really hear it in the bagpipes.
Yeah, dude. I like saw it on Facebook, and the inner comedian in me was like, I gotta see this, cause like, how do you? And then I was like, oh, holy shit.
Apparently, their bagpipes are hard as fuck to play.
Yeah.
Also
I looked
really
into this
annoying.
girl, like, she's got so many, like, Powerpuff Girls theme on bagpipes and shit. Like, she's got a bunch. But anyways, we don't have to listen to the whole thing. I thought that was fucking hilarious. I wanted to share that. You can go just look up, like, Power Rangers bagpipe theme, and she's, like, #1 on the fucking thing. It's
That's
fucking
crazy.
glorious. Yeah, dude, apparently they announced that they're doing more Power Rangers movies.
I'd be alright with that. It was actually really good.
Yeah, they announced at least #2, but I think they said they had written 6.
They had a TV show for a bit too there on YTV. A revamped one. It was alright.
Oh, I don't even think the Power Rangers necessarily have even stopped. Like, every generation has just been a kind of continuation of the last one. Definitely the Japanese version, or the Chinese version, or whatever that we've ripped off. But
Yeah, true that. Yeah. Of course, we ripped off the Japanese version.
You don't know how the Power Rangers came to be?
No, I don't think so.
So, it's like some Asian show about, like, robot superheroes, and every so often they go through, like, an upgrade, and that's each generation of the Power Rangers. And what we did is we took that footage and spliced in scenes with American actors and created an American story around this Japanese show that has nothing, like, they don't have anything to do with each other, but that's where we get, like, half of it from.
Well, that makes sense, I guess. Here we are, it's still going.
Yeah, that's why all of a sudden it goes from looking like, you know, America to, like, a monster movie Japanese set. Like,
It does, yeah. But it's still good. I love that shit. I recently found on Netflix, too, that was similar. Do you remember the Big Bad Beetleborgs?
Yes!
It's on Netflix. I found it on there. I watched a few episodes. And I was like, oh, fuck. I had, like, action figures of them and
Yeah.
shit when I was a kid.
Back in the day.
Talking about nostalgic 90s kid moment.
Yeah. Yeah, I was like, maybe that bagpipe theme wouldn't have got me so much if I wasn't a white boy from the 90s.
Yeah,
but-
no shit. Like, fuck. Power Rangers were on the top of their game then.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
Yeah. Tommy for the
There's
win.
been so fucking many of them, though.
I like how they teased a Tommy sequel at the end of the fucking...
Oh, yeah.
That Green Ranger.
The Green Ranger, yeah. The mysterious. Wasn't he the mysterious one?
Yeah,
One
he
that
was...
wasn't always there.
Yeah,
Oh, no, or was, yeah.
he wasn't there at the beginning, and then he came in, and he was... Like, the Green Ranger is a bad guy.
Yeah, he
That
was,
was
like,
working for Rita Repulsa.
yeah.
And then he became the White Ranger.
I always liked the putties. They look so stupid and useless. Like, can you imagine having those cronies, what you could get them to do?
Yeah, and apparently they die super easy.
That's what, yeah.
Couple
Remember,
punches and they just...
Remember their Super Nintendo Power Rangers game we used to rock?
Dude, I love that shit. I don't think I ever really beat that game.
No, it actually was pretty hard. Like, you'd get, like, past, like, 6 levels to the final level and always
Yeah.
get fucking killed.
Yeah, well, it was originally just like an arcade game,
Yeah,
right?
so it only has, like, 6 levels or something.
Yeah, it was
like-
meant to be like, insert your quarter, if you beat the game, you get a free play.
Yeah, totally. Still a great game, though, and
Yeah.
I think Reese has that now, actually. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I've just been emulating all my games.
Well, yeah.
Yeah,
I'm not that tech savvy, and I don't have any computers, so
yeah.
I have a tablet, cell phone.
Yeah, not
Thinking of
quite
getting
the
a
same.
Thinking of getting a computer though.
I've played
Well,
like...
my iPad was pretty similar, but then it broke. So
Yeah, like I was able to play Final Fantasy like 4 pretty good on like the iPhone, but that's also like a Super Nintendo game originally.
which game?
Final Fantasy 4
Oh,
or
yeah,
3.
That's a good game too.
Yeah, the old school Final Fantasies.
I always like Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah, dude.
I think there's a new one that's just coming out. I seen an ad for one or something.
Kingdom Hearts 3 finally
Yeah,
after
yeah.
like 10 years.
So it's a long-awaited game.
Yeah, dude, I'm so stoked. As long as it's not like 90% Frozen, which Disney might do because it's Disney and Frozen was so popular.
Yeah, that's true. Which would really suck because I actually fucking don't like that movie at all.
Really?
No, I'm not a big fan. I don't
Oh.
think it was worth the hype that it got.
Yeah.
And the hype went for years, and I'm like, and it's still somewhat going. And you're like, it's been
It's-
5 years. Like, fuck off.
Yeah. Incredibles 2.
Now there's something. I haven't even seen that yet, but I've been told it's very good.
Yeah.
So it's on my list to watch soon enough. So many movies, not enough time.
Yeah, dude. I haven't even watched the new like Marvel movie yet, the Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Oh, I was gonna watch that actually because I had it. My parents got Shaw Cable, and they have the. It's an app I download
Yeah.
and it gives me a bunch of TV channels. You just have to sign in through their account,
Yeah.
and it has movies on there for free. And it had Ant-Man and the Wasp or whatever.
Yeah.
I started watching it, but I only watched like 10 minutes, and then I like had to do something, so I put it down and never watched it again.
Yeah, you see, today earlier I was sitting down watching a bunch of comedy specials, catching up on that shit. Fucking, have you seen the new Jim Jeffries special?
No, I haven't watched any of those yet. Special or his show? He's got
His
a TV
special.
show. Oh, okay, I know.
Yeah.
I haven't seen any of that. No.
Dude, his specials are hilarious.
Jim Jeffries is hilarious.
Yeah.
A couple years ago, he was in Victoria for a show.
Oh, really?
And he fucking Jim Jeffries prickwad, man. He told everybody at the show. Oh no, he was in Colwood for a show at the theater in
Yeah.
Colwood, which is close to Langford.
Yeah.
Than it is closer to Langford than it is Victoria, right? And he told everybody he was going down to Brown's Social House after to have some drinks and happies,
Yeah.
and for everyone from the show to come down. So we got fucking blasted and busy as fuck, and everyone came to the Langford one because he didn't tell them which one he was going to, and they thought he meant that one because it was the closest, but he was actually going to the one downtown Vic. So we got like fucking like 100 people coming in at like midnight, just before midnight, when we were about to close, probably like 11:30, all sitting and wanting stuff because they thought Jim Jeffries was coming there. They're like, fuck, man, what a
Maybe
dick.
he knew it and totally.
Probably, I wouldn't be surprised. Like,
Oh
fuck.
my god, dude, his new special is fucking hilarious.
He's a funny guy. That one.
He's got this one bit. He's all like, it's like right up in the trailer, but he's like, I actually agree with the wall. I think we should build it on the Canadian border.
Fuck.
And it should be 3 feet tall, you know, just to take the piss out of us. You know, like what they should do is like it should be 3 feet tall so that when our healthcare runs out and all our people are crawling along because they can't stand because their lungs are filled with coal dust from getting all their jobs back. They'll be kept. I was like, that's so cool.
That reminds me the whole wall thing of the South Park episode where they're like, we're gonna build a wall, and what is it, Mr. Mackey? Not Mackey. Mr. Fuck, what's the teacher's name? Garrison.
Yeah.
Mr. Garrison launches himself into Niagara in a fucking barrel, and he lives and survives to break into Canada.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
I actually haven't watched South Park.
Oh, dude, man, that's a good episode.
I thought you were talking about The Last Mexican.
No, not that one. No, this is one of the newer seasons.
That was one of my favorites.
Mr. Garrison becomes basically a president, and he mocks them as the mock Trump. He's got all these crazy things. And then it's got Caitlyn Jenner in it, because she was a big one then, and she's always with Mr. Garrison, and she's always running people over with her car, because Bruce Jenner ran a bunch of people over and killed them. So it's pretty funny. I haven't watched any recent seasons, but I did like South Park. They had some good shit.
Dude, South Park, funny shit.
I don't watch any of those shows. I'm more onto the Netflix ones, you know. Their animated ones are great. Mike Tyson Mysteries, F is for Family. There's this new one. I haven't watched it yet. There's a new Matt Groening one that's coming out on...
Disenchanted?
Disenchanted. It looks fucking sick. I think I'm going to watch that. You can always tell when it's him. His animation's just all the same. Like
my dream is to get rid of all the world's diseases and replace them with more serious ones.
Yeah, no, that's fucking... I'm going to check that one out for sure.
Yeah.
But I don't...
I also watched the new Eliza Schlesinger special.
I haven't watched any of her shit.
Oh, she's got this weird thing where she says really feminist keyword type things that kind of make me go like,
I'd probably like that show.
But
probably like her.
At the same time, like, she's really funny. Like in the trailer for hers, it's like, gather around the Snapchat children. I tell you the tale of the landline. The special is called Elder Millennial because she's like 35. She's like born right at the cutoff for millennials. So she's an elder millennial.
Jesus Christ.
Funny shit, dude.
No, that other chick on there, have you heard of the Asian girl, Ali Wong?
Yeah.
She's fucking ruthless, man.
Yeah,
like,
dude.
so ruthless. Like, holy shit.
Dude, listening to Joey Diaz on the fucking Joe Rogan Experience is like the funniest fucking shit ever.
I got in trouble at work because we were listening to stuff, and I put on one of her specials, Ali Wong's, and it was not everyone was. Oh, that and what was the other one? It might have been Jim Jeffries. No. Louis C.K. That's who it was, Louis C.K. And holy fuck, man, he is fucking ruthless. Like everyone.
Is Louis C.K. is the one that's like in trouble right now?
Well, he's not really in trouble. I don't know, something about he raped some groupies, or allegedly.
Yeah, I thought he was the one that was like.
No, it wasn't that. What did he? Yeah, that's what he was. He was whipping his dick out at them or something. Yeah,
at a bunch of.
So
people.
more like a flasher, more than like.
But it's funny because I've heard a couple comedians go off and they're like, it happened to me and I thought it was funny. Like, well, he was like, whatever. Like, oh, some guys just do that. Like, guys are fucking weird. I don't know.
Accurate.
Yeah, guys are
Louis C.K., man.
No.
There's this underground rapper I listen to named Easy Mac, and he's from Calgary, but he's lives in Vancouver now, and he makes music. You know, he's done like with Mercules and all those range of people and a lot of underground artists, but he's getting pretty known. And his album he dropped about 3 months ago, he had a line in one of the songs that was, I used to like Louis C.K. and all the movies he's made, but now all I can think about is all the groupies he's raped. Yeah, it was a pretty good pretty good line, I thought, anyways, on pop culture, right? Funny shit.
Oh shit.
So if we were to smoke a joint, where do we go? Outside?
We would have to go outside.
Okay, well we should smoke a joint.
Well, I was thinking like if we did about like an hour or so.
What time is it?
We've been at this for about half an hour, and
okay,
then after,
that's fine. Well, I'm gonna have to roll it anyways, so.
Yeah, if you wanna roll up right now, there's like a box right there. I've got some weed I can go grab, but.
Oh, I got some stuff. Some strong stuff.
Nice.
The powerful.
What other subjects is there we can touch base on? There's so much going on in the world.
I know. I've been. What have I been watching lately?
Oh, I finished the 100.
Yes!
Scale, man.
Yes! Oh my god!
Fucking people. Oh, I was so.
Dude,
and fucking Abby was behind that.
There was this chick that was going off on Antonio's thing, because Antonio posted like, "Oh my god, like the 100 savages, fuck!" Like, and this chick was like, "Well, I kind of turned off at the beginning of season 6. It was like, or season 5. It was kind of slow and boring." And I was just like, man.
"Get into it."
And I was like, okay. Here's the thing. Like the first couple episodes, they had to lay a bunch of story pipe. That's just what happened. Like they had to dig the hole, then they had to lay the pipe. And then they had to fill in the foundation, and then they dropped the dark year, and you're like, oh shit! And then all of a sudden,
Octavia just fucking kills them, like
Octavia
dude.
All of a sudden goes from being like this brutal dictator to being like, okay, I see exactly where she's coming from, because she's responsible for all their lives, whether she likes it or not, whether they like it or not.
Yeah, but just capping them out like that, it's ruthless, man. That's like some fucking Mussolini fucking shit right there.
I totally, it's one of those things where it puts you in that
Stalin, like fuck.
But then again,
Stalinism.
Do you let them starve so they have no meat on their bones, and then
That's literally what Stalin did. He did the opposite though. He starved his people and killed them all.
Well, the idea here is they only have a limited amount of food, and at the moment, all the food they have is each other's. So
yeah, well, you wait until people can't fucking eat.
Well, that's the thing. If they starve out and die, then there's no meat on the bones, and then eventually everyone starves out faster.
There would have generally been some fat people, plump people in there that you'd have a while before they got super skinny and malnourished.
Or maybe they just cap them first, like.
Okay. Yeah, but it's ruthless. Like, she could have brought them along more instead of just, you eat this right now or I'll kill you. She could have coaxed them a little more, maybe. Like, just ruthlessly
I think the most savage part in that whole episode, though, was like, I suppose you want me to make an exception for Cain. And then all of a sudden, Abby's like, no.
Yeah, that was fucked.
She's like, if you convince him, they'll all fall. And it's like, like, oh, shit.
And that's totally not even Cain and so against him. Like, and then, like, at the end there, Monty's choice, man, like, they stayed behind.
I was, like...
He reads Jasper's letter, and it's like, maybe it's us that's the problem, and I don't want to be here if it's just going to be war all the time. I'm like, legit, it is us.
It's one of those things, the first 2 seasons, Jasper was my hands-down favorite
character. Love Jasper, dude, yeah.
The 3rd season, I was kind of like, okay, he's going through a thing. So whatever.
But then they purposely killed his girlfriend, so that would piss anybody off.
Yeah, like that's why I was like, he's going through a thing, right? And then like season 4, I was like, okay, dude, you got to suck it up, Buttercup. Unfortunately, people die. Like, look at the world.
But it's not just that. He had the realization that there's always gonna be death because humans are fucked.
But it's one of those. It's a temporary solution.
Like they said, why are they fighting? They literally ruined the last valley on the planet Earth. Like how? Like why would you not just all be like, okay, fuck it, let's just figure shit out and save the race?
It almost boils down to that whole like first we survive and then we find our morality.
Yeah, but how are you gonna survive if you can make peace deals with everybody? That's definitely the better option. Like more people, more hands to do stuff. More people to grow food. Like it's just the less people you have, the less chance you have of surviving as a species, right? And they were at the point so low. It's like, why did you fucking like?
I don't
not make. And what even that chick Dioza or whatever, she was on board. She was they were starting to work shit out. And then
I actually like Dioza.
What's the fucking guy that they killed? McCreary. Dude, that guy's a fucking prick. I'm so glad they killed him.
It was one of those things where I liked him as a character, but I fucking hated him.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? He was a good character.
That's what they need. Those characters are always loved by people.
He had that Joker-esque thing.
I didn't like him personally.
Yeah, where it was like, there's no real...
Miller stepped up and started being a prick, man. Like during the Dark Year, he was like, like always for Octavia. And
he's like fascist.
You being a dick now, man. Like, what the fuck? Like, yeah, that show's interesting.
I can't quite remember what happened to Jaha.
I don't remember what happened to him either. I don't remember. Did he die? He died off, didn't he? Something happened. I can't remember.
Oh, and fucking what they did to that little kid in the scene where they're on the march and they're like marching and to go storm the valley, and the little sidekick buddy that was like Octavia's right hand.
Oh yeah,
we got this. Stands up. Boom.
My head blowing out.
Yeah, it's like
ruthless.
Yeah, that show, like that season especially had that Game of Thrones thing going for it. You know what I mean?
Well, I wouldn't mind. I might think trying to read the books because, like, The show's pretty fucking good. I've been watching it for years.
Yeah.
All locally filmed in Vancouver, which is also great. Yeah, you know,
Yeah, but the books have nothing to do with the show. Like, apparently the first book and
it says based, so yeah.
yeah, the first season of the first book are kind of similar, but after that they dovetail very like.
Well, I was wondering, there's 6 seasons, and you can't really turn a book into 6 fucking seasons. Like,
It's like, I think the first book deals with the first season, and then after that, it's like 3 books that take place in the same amount of time that the second season takes place.
and then the rest is all kind of drafted
Yeah,
off of that.
so it's all like.
Well,
the
you know
show
what probably
takes-
happened? They probably pitched it, and we're like, we'll just do the actual books, and then after that, it was so popular.
Well,
that
that's exactly what happened. Like, they picked up the screen rights just based off of a publishing draft of a book. They're like, we want to make this into a show. Like, the book hadn't even been written
fucking
yet.
good show,
Dude, it's top tier.
I love me a
Top-
post-apocalyptic show,
Yeah.
and plus it's filmed in the hometown of British Columbia, so that's always good.
Same with all those fucking Berlantiland DC TV fucking.
Oh,
shit.
everything, dude! Vancouver's on fire right now.
Yeah.
It films everything. All the movies, like everything's pretty much filmed there. Like
Yeah.
TV shows, so much shit is filmed there.
Oh,
It's fucking
yeah.
crazy, man. Like all the movies, all those 50 Shades of Grey movies, all filmed in Vancouver. Like everything's fucking.
Dude,
filmed
have
there,
you
man.
seen the video of Stephen Amell doing the actual salmon ladder on fucking, I think it was like American Ninja Warrior or whatever it is?
Yeah, possibly.
Time for another.
I do watch American Ninja Warrior, so.
It was something like that. Stephen Amell, real life. Ladder.
Okay, yeah, I might have seen this actually, but we'll have a look.
Yeah, dude.
I'm a
This
pretty,
was one of my favorite things.
pretty
ever.
vivid watcher of the American Ninja Warrior. My whole family.
I was sitting there like, he really is Green Arrow.
Oh, not just Green Arrow. He's in the Transformers movie as well.
Really?
He's Casey,
Oh yeah.
and he plays Casey in them. I stopped watching Arrow after like the 3rd season. It started getting really fucking weird and going all
Oh,
over.
dude, I'm current with all of them.
Yeah, no, it's too much. Only one I watch is Gotham, bro.
Really?
Yeah.
Gotham's only gonna do one more season apparently.
Yeah, and they weren't even gonna do that. They were gonna cancel it, but the Joker this season saved it because they fucking pulled some real cool. But I'm a little disappointed because I wanted it to speed up faster, and I was hoping like they would get rid of the young Bruce and all of a sudden have him as like a man that's full on Batman.
I think they should have done first season, maybe second season, and then time skip for a few years.
That's-
Have him come back as a teenager.
Well, he's already like 18 now or
Yeah.
17 or something, but like he should be like in his early 20s, like 21, 22,
Yeah.
and be like Batman, not Batboy. Like,
Okay, this isn't even what it is. Hopefully
holy
they
shit,
actually...
that chick is short. Arrow was really good, but yeah, it just lost me after so long.
It's like the actual real, like, Batman show, really.
I know, but it gets all crazy.
Look at that.
Oh,
Oh!
he does that in real life on the show. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Just,
Of course, he had to really get buff and do all that shit to play the role. Like,
yeah, dude, it's... Like,
that show also filmed in British Columbia.
all of those shows. All
That's
of those
Vancouver and local Colwood at Hatley Castle, yo.
shows. Yeah.
That's his house
Really?
in the show, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Same with it's also Professor Xavier's fucking.
Oh, yeah,
School
I
for
knew
the
that. I
Gifted.
knew that they
It's
were
in
the same
everything.
house.
It's so many movies, dude. It's
Yeah.
literally in fucking everything. Like
Well, it's such an iconic old...
Castle, man.
Wasn't
It's
it
dope.
also the mansion in Tomb Raider?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah.
It's been in literally like hundreds.
Yeah,
of
you
films.
can recognize it.
It's a very popular thing, right?
Yeah.
And Hatley Castle was built by the James Rattenbury, I'm pretty sure, for the Dunsmuir family, from Victoria, prominent family in the late 1800s, founding of Victoria.
You know more about that than I do.
They
They're
have
awesome.
Dunsmuir Avenue
Yeah.
and stuff down there. Yeah, you should know. I'm a history buff.
Yeah, I know. Like, out of all the people I know, surprisingly, you're the most political and the most historical.
It's good to learn things. Always learning, always reading on these things.
Yeah, don't smash yourself with a mic, dude.
It's a little. There we go.
Yeah.
It's a little too close to my face that time.
Ugh.
Let's not talk politics. Fucking
Fucking Antonio's so savage on all of his posts.
I know, he's always so angry. It's like, you know, just because you're Italian, it doesn't mean you have to be angry
dude,
all the time.
Like, holy.
But at the same time, I love it.
Yeah, no, I just laugh. I mean, a lot of things that he says I agree with. A lot of them I just don't agree
I love how he has
100%
this
with.
thing
But
where he just has to
I'm
tell you
I'm not
that you...
starting fucking
He feels like...
political debates
Yeah.
with my friends like that, so...
Yeah, it's not just like, I think you should do this. He's like, no, dude, you need to do this because you just fucking need to do this because it's the right fucking thing to do. Like, don't be
He's
fucking
very
stupid.
conservative. And I don't like conservatives in general.
Oh, really?
No.
Because I've always felt that I'm, like, just to the right of center. Like, I'm on the furthest left side
Why
of
would you
the
be a
right.
conservative? You smoke marijuana. Conservatives ain't down with anything to do with marijuana.
Not all conservatives.
Pretty much all conservatives, dude.
I'm
yeah.
more centrist, don't get me wrong. But
I'm definitely more liberal, but this time around I'm not. I ain't voting for no fucking liberal this time. Fucking Justin Trudeau's pissed me the fuck off with everything that man's
Yeah,
done, and I
dude.
voted for him, and I've already blatantly stated I will not be doing that again.
well, I like how you know, Pierre Trudeau brings us the Bill of Rights. He brings it from
He
the
brought us our
England.
health care as well.
Yeah, he brought it from England to Canada, finally sealing us as our own autonomous country. And the first bill, or the first right on the Bill of Rights is our freedom of speech and the freedom of press. So Pierre Trudeau brings in a law that makes it so that technically you're supposed to ask people what their preferred gender pronoun are, and then you have to use that preferred gender pronoun when referring to them. Like if you identified as like Zer or Jay or...
Do you have rollies?
No.
Oh, fuck. Well, that scratches that.
Well, we can just get rollies at the 7-Eleven, dude.
7-Eleven's hella far, isn't it?
It's like 5 minutes down the road.
Oh.
Yeah. Or we could just hit the bong.
Ah. I'm not really a bong smoker anymore.
Unfortunately, you used the last of my rollies last time, but whatever.
Well, I had a pack of rollies that I left them at my parents' house, and the fucking dog sat on them and fucking pissed on them. So...
Yeah, I wouldn't use those.
No, I threw them in the garbage. Like
unless-
Macy, she's like super old and like has bladder issues.
Oh, yeah. She's been around forever.
Well, she just turned 12.
Yeah.
So yeah, she's turning 13 next May.
That's crazy, dude.
Yeah, so she's getting bad. Her hips are starting to give out every now and again. She's losing her sight and her depth perception.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think I got her, and I showed you actually when we got her, and it was the end of eighth grade.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's been a fucking long time.
Well, fucking... My dog, Maggie's gone now.
What?
But that's because apparently she bit Jennifer, so Mom was like, we have to put her down.
That
and
was a nice looking dog.
She was a beautiful dog. She was dumb as bricks, but she listened to me, so
She was
everyone
really
else
nice,
can fuck off.
What was she again? I remember.
She was Pyrenees and German Shepherd cross.
Yeah, she was a beautiful dog. Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn, that's so annoying. I was like, fuck, I really wanted to smoke a joint.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Oh well, after this we'll go quickly grab some rollies and
God, that is so fucking
quickly roll one up.
so annoying though. Stupid dog. Man. Oh, shit, that just
That
scared me. I was like, what the fuck was
Oh,
that?
no worries. It's just the ghost coming to eat your soul.
Is that Frodo?
Yes. Dude, take a look around at all the
I've seen the ones over there. Where'd you get them?
Loot crate, probably.
Huh?
Loot crate.
The fuck is that?
See that little box there?
Oh yeah, yeah.
I'm pretty sure I still have some goodies in it, but once a month they send me some cool stuff.
Oh, that's like the Chong box
Yeah.
I subscribe to, and they send you a box full of like bongs and papers and rollies and smoking apparatuses, and it's Chong.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's $30 a month.
Yeah, that's like I pay the $400 a year thing, but I think I'm gonna actually opt out this year. A, because it like I want that money for something else, and B, because lately it's gotten less than what I would have expected. Like,
so this would be $360 a year I'm paying for my bong boxes, so I guess that's not too bad.
Yeah.
At $30 a month. But I can. There's been a few months where I haven't gotten any. I have the option to just be like, no, this month I don't want one.
Yeah.
Send me one next month. When they do that, so that's the difference instead of
Yeah.
outright spending through $400 a year. Because I don't need one every fucking month. It's a new bong, and I'm like,
Yeah.
little bong or a new pipe, and I'm like, I don't have room for all that.
yeah,
shit,
this
so.
is just like nerd collectible stuff mostly, right? And a t-shirt.
And I'm not much of a nerd, so.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
really
this
have-
is more for like collectibles. Most of this I got through Loot Crate, not gonna lie. But then there's some other stuff, like all the Legos I got. Otherwise, those 2 posters my mom got me. Same with the Tabasco sauce and the Deadpool statue, and those horns. Like
What are those horns?
They're actual bull horns that have been engraved and
They look like you're gonna put some fucking old school gunpowder in there and use it to fucking on your gun and shit.
No, they were given to me for, I think, either my birthday or Christmas, but let's be honest, they're both the same damn thing.
Yeah, true enough. They're pretty
Yeah.
cool though. I don't have much collectibles. I got a nice bar.
Yeah, and then there's also all the boxes for all of the peripherals and nerd stuff I've collected over the years. Unfortunately, my Switch isn't actually here at the moment, but that's just because I loaned it to a buddy. So
And what's that again?
my Nintendo console, the one that I was playing Donkey Kong on the last time you were here.
Oh, it's a Nintendo console?
Yeah.
Oh. I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's the new Nintendo console.
So what are you gaming on then?
At the moment, I'm just gaming on my computer. Like I just.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I just run emulators, like old school N64, Game Boy Advance. This is just a remake of Metroid 2 because it was so hard to find a remake, and also Metroid 2 was for the original Game Boy, like not even the Game Boy Color, like the Game Boy. So it's old. So they did a really good remake of it, and it's fucking good.
Of which one? Metroid?
Metroid 2, Return of Samus.
From the original Game Boy? Yeah.
Yeah.
What was that other one? Oh, Battletoads. I used to love that game. Battletoads was dope.
Yeah.
Also a hard game, but pretty fun.
Yeah, it's one of those games where you're like, 4 hours later, and I beat the first battle.
First or two, yeah, 1 or 2 battles.
Oh, wait, no, that was just half of the tutorial. Fuck. No.
Those toads were little bastards.
Yeah.
Always fucking with shit. I miss, like, games like that were fun. I still got, I have a PlayStation 2, but no, I never play it, and I have 1 game for it.
Yeah.
And then, but I just keep it just because, why not? And then I have the 360. I have a Nintendo DS. With a few games on that. It's alright. I want to buy some Pokemon ones, but they're hard to find, and when you do find them, they're usually expensive.
Yeah.
Like $80 to $100 for 1 game. And you're like, fuck, I don't want to spend that much on 1 game, but it's pretty much the price of any game now. I guess you buy a new game for your fucking Xbox Ones, it's like fucking $80 to $100.
Well, that's what it is for the Switch. They're like $80 games, and they're like little tiny fucking cartridges that are like that.
Fucking ridiculous, man.
Yeah, dude, it's
$100 for a game. Like, that is an outrageous price. Like,
how dare they?
When I was a kid and we had PlayStations, man, games were cheap. I would buy them all the time, brand new, for like $20.
Yeah.
Like, $15 to $20. Like,
And if you really couldn't afford it, you went to Blockbuster and you rented it.
Yeah, there's no fucking game rental places anymore.
Well, Play and Trade was doing rentals for a while, but
Yeah, they're gone.
yeah.
They're
And
no
you know
longer
what
in
the problem
Duncan.
with their rental system was you had to put $50 down off your credit card.
Which is just dumb.
It was a deposit, so you got that back when you wanted to stop. Like, you would sign up, you'd put the $50 down, and you get that money down when you close your account. But that was in case you lost a game. But it was...
Fuck, you drink a lot of rock stars.
Yeah, it's just over a couple years.
Straight gamer with rock stars.
Well, it's not like I drink like 50 a day and I'm up all night. Like, I only drink 2 a day.
Fair enough.
And it could be better than a lot of other things I could be doing.
Like what?
Murder.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, fair enough, yeah.
This gets me jacked for murder, but like almost too jacked where I couldn't actually commit it.
I don't drink any drinks. But I've developed quite the addiction for coffee at work. Because it's free and we got dope coffees. So funny story, we got, like last week, the Van Hoot guys come in. And we got legit coffee with a water cool too. And it's all, the coffee's hooked up to the water line under the sink.
Yeah.
And so is the water cooler. But I didn't know the coffee was. And so it's empty. I take the last coffee and I'm like, oh, well, it'll be nice and refill this, right? Like, take the thing out and fill it with coffee grinds, put it in. There's a thing on the top that you open up to fill with water. Fill it full of water, press it, and then I leave. And then they come back down after my break. And they're all like, dude, they all threw me under the bus to the janitors because, like, it was fucking spilling everywhere. Because nobody thought to fucking, I didn't know it was hooked up. Nobody told me it was hooked up to a water line.
Yeah.
So I was like, to be fair, I filled it up like anybody fills any coffee machine. Opened it up where it was empty of water, filled it with water, pressed brew. I didn't know it was already hooked up, so it like triple brew or double brewed, I guess, and it fucking spilled everywhere.
Yeah, it was funny
like,
when my little brother first moved in, he was using cups that were too big for my Keurig thing. But when that happens, the Keurig just overflows into a little drip tray underneath the coffee.
Yeah, I have a Tassimo.
Yeah, so he didn't realize that, and he was always overfilling it. And then eventually I'm like, why is there water over on the other side of the counter? Like, why is my sugar thing all fucking soaked? And, like, I look, and it's just, like, leaking. And I was like, oh, fucking wow. So
I suppose it's better to develop an addiction to coffee rather than cocaine, though, so...
Yeah.
It's probably for the best. But that would also keep you awake, probably, at work.
Yeah.
Might also see something, some weird shit. Because, yeah, I never used to drink coffee at all. And then I started working there, and it was like, well, they had good coffee machines. Man,
Yeah,
so.
I've always...
Plus, I work in the
coffee.
morning, so...
Yeah.
It's not very fun getting up at 6:45 every day, but...
Yeah, no shit, eh?
It is what it is. In the end, it's all right. I get holidays off.
Yeah,
I get weekends.
I'm usually up at like 7:30ish
Fuck, dude,
to like work at 8, but also I work just down the road, so I can just
If I could sleep in, I would sleep in so much. Yeah, I work at 8 as well usually, and I get up at... my alarm goes off at 6:45, 6:30, sometime around there. I get up sometimes at between 6:45 and 7 usually I get up. And then, yeah, slug around, feed my cat, feed the fish, take a shower, do a brush teeth, do hair, throw everything on, get ride at 7:40. So it's like pretty. I can cut it close. Sometimes I've woken up at 7:30 and been just like fucking jumped in the shower for 2 minutes, jumped out, get ready together real quick, and still make it to work.
Yeah,
but
usually
those
in the
days suck.
yeah, usually in the morning I just quickly like splash down. You know, like do a quick wash under the arms and stuff, and then
I'll
shower
take
afterwards.
Yeah, I'm a morning shower. I shower in the morning and not.
Well, that's the thing. If I didn't work at 8, I usually do shower in the morning, or I'll shower right before I go out.
Well,
to do
I
something,
just after work, I just like I go by my parents' house and check on my plants and tend to my plants and gardening and like do their lawn shit. So I'm just like doing shit all the time, right?
Yeah.
So I'm just, by the time I get home, it's usually like this time by now, so or just before, right? So I'm just like, like I just sit down usually like tidy up the place, to smoke a joint or whatever, watch some TV and go to bed.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm definitely that morning shower person that showers in the morning. Sometimes though, I mean, sometimes if it's like really fucking, because I do destruction at my work, is where we tear down after we cut down and harvest all the marijuana. There's cubes left and stalk, and the cubes have algae and all this stuff on them. And then we have to take them out, we weigh them up, and we write down how much it is on the sheet, sign off, and then we have to destruct them in Bearcat machines. And we destruct it, and then we take the destruction, and it's all destroyed into pits, and we throw it. There's also all the big leaf and stuff, and bits of bud that fall on the floor. And then we throw it into the compost, but so you get covered in fucking nasty shit a lot of the time. So then if it's a really bad destruction day and you got shit all over you, I'll go home and shower.
Oh yeah.
But most of the time I just wait, right? And I'm like, whatever.
Yeah, for sure.
Although,
yeah, my job is not as exciting. I just fucking,
my job's not really
wash
exciting.
dishes
Well, it isn't, I guess, to a
serve
point, but
customers.
it's pretty like standard thing every day, like trimming weed, harvesting weed, trimming it, cleaning up the room, destruction, like
Yeah,
it's
but
same shit.
you're in an exciting new old industry.
True. Plus, I had experience in the underground market before I ever went to the legal market. But then, like, sometimes I go to shipping, and shipping's pretty cool. I like the setup in shipping. It's pretty dope, So that's kind of alright. Only whenever they're like really short-staffed.
Yeah.
And it's an okay job. Good pay, good benefits. They give us dope staff parties and shit.
Nice.
Right? So my fucking bonus last year for Christmas was $900.
Nice.
And then they sold for $250 or $240 million to Afria, as the third biggest medical cannabis producer in Canada or North America. Sorry. And so my bosses got $220 million in stock and $20 million cash paid to them and their investors. So then they went and gave us all a bonus again, and I got a fucking like $2,500 bonus. Again,
Nice.
Yeah. 2 months after getting my $900 bonus.
So you're like,
Yeah, so I was like, fuck yeah, and I went and bought a
Yeah.
bunch of furniture and shit, and like just working at a place that has awesome staff parties and actually like gives you bonuses, and like every year I get a raise regardless. Like,
So essentially, if I ever get canned from this job, I can just message you and be like, bro.
oh yeah, I already said we're pretty good now, but when we're looking for people in trim, not even in trim, you could go to like anywhere that's looking. I could recommend you. I don't know. We got they do office work with computers. I don't know if you like that. Client services, answering phones, dealing with people, paperwork. They do. There's grow team. There's fucking.
All the different stuff.
There's shipping, packaging. So basically, shipping and office work, you don't have to scrub up. Anything else, you have to wear scrubs.
Yeah.
And hair nets and.
Well, yeah, because you're dealing with product.
Well, you're dealing with product, and it's treated like a pharmaceutical, right?
Yeah,
so,
once you're in shipping, it's all bagged up, and that's kind of different. Like, it's not.
Well, shipping, yeah, it's already packaged, so you don't have to worry about anything. All you do is scan the orders and then make sure the names are right, slap the stickers on, put them in the box, tape them up, slap the fucking shipping sticker on it, and bam, container on, right?
Yeah.
And they go all down the conveyor belt, right? And you just grab them from the top. And yeah, it's pretty cool, actually.
Yeah.
I've learned that there, and I like that one the most, because trimming's great, but trimming is only to one industry.
Yeah.
You can't take that anywhere else. What, I'm going to go, can I trim your fucking sage? Like, you know what I mean? Like, so shipping is transferable to anywhere.
Yeah.
I can be a shipper anywhere, right? So that's a good skill to have. Right?
Yeah,
so
it's the same basic.
it's the same kind of
process, no
idea,
matter-
roughly. A little bit different everywhere, but roughly the same kind of shit, right? So
Yeah, shipping. Yeah, that was one thing I learned when I worked at Adams, because that was part of my job. Is like I'd be like,
shipping, yeah, shipping and receiving. I did that
Yeah.
too, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't often ship things out.
That place is a Trees now.
What?
That place where Adams used to be?
Yeah.
It's a Trees dispensary now.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh wait, the spot right beside Romeo's.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
It's not. It doesn't have product yet. Not till
Yeah.
October when it's legal, but it's a dispensary.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
Yeah. That's crazy, man. How things change. Did you know he just opened? I seen a thing too. They opened one in Campbell River.
Yeah, that's what they were saying. Like the last time they came into work, because they come in every now and then. And still say hi, and I'm like, oh hey, what's up?
It was like Campbell River. Like fuck. Originally he was looking for one in Vic when I worked there. I
Yeah.
remember. Like, yeah, that was a long time ago though.
Yeah, well, he's doing pretty well for himself.
He's been doing well for himself for years.
Yeah.
Is his dad dead yet? Sounds mean, but he had Lyme's disease like really
Yeah.
bad. So
Oh, I remember.
that was like 7 years ago.
I remember at the grand opening of like the new place, his dad had set up this like support Lyme's disease research, except for the sign said like we support Lyme's disease, and I'm like,
It makes it sound like they're supporting the disease, not like supporting to aid the disease.
I hope that there are people out there that die from this fucking disease, including me, because fuck life.
What is it? Is Avril Lavigne has Lyme's disease as well? I
Oh,
believe?
really?
Yeah.
Maybe she got it from Chad Kroger when they,
No, she got bit by a tick.
Oh.
That's how most people get it.
So Chad Kroger, like,
Well, yeah, one could say,
yeah. Like Nickelback had like 2.
Are they still married even?
I don't think so. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't pay that much attention.
I don't either.
He had like 2 good songs, and then the rest all sound exactly like those 2 good songs.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, well,
Which-
they were good in their early years.
Yeah, which is fine if you're AC/DC.
They were quite different in their early years. Like
Yeah.
their first album was like, or their first two albums were quite different actually. The Long Road was a lot different, and then their albums, every album after The Long Road has all been like the same.
Yeah, it's all been pop hits.
It's fucking shitty pop hits too. I was watching this YouTube Watch Mojo Top 10, and it was like top 10 artists that sound the same. And I'm watching it all, and it's listing so many people. Or no, top 10 artists that songs always sound the same.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh, it's getting down to low. I was with my dad. I'm like, it's on number 4. And I'm
Yeah.
like, no, Nickelback? Nickelback's got to be on here. How could it not? Number 1.
Yeah.
I was like, no, I knew it, man. How could it not? Like,
for
fuck.
sure, man, for sure.
Yeah.
Fuck that Nickelback.
To be fair, Chad Kroeger with Santana, that one song was fucking dope.
Like almost every
Hero
band
was an
had-
alright song too, the Spider-Man one.
I think that was just because we were at that right age. Because we watched that Spider-Man movie and we were like, what, 12? And we were like, oh my god, Spider-Man!
Oh god, younger than that. I think it was 9 when that movie came
Really?
out.
I
9 or
don't know.
10, yeah.
Fucking
The
years
first
ago.
one came out in like 2001.
Yeah.
Of the Sam Raimi ones, anyways.
Yeah.
There was the 3 of them. The last one coming out in 2007, I believe.
Yeah.
Spider-Man 3 with the Sandman. That was a good one, too.
People
hate on those ones, but I liked those ones. Tobey
Well,
Maguire was a good Spidey.
Well, that's the thing. Again, like, the people that hate on those ones are usually older than us. Like, we were right at that right age.
Or younger that watch the new ones and they love the new ones more.
Yeah, Andrew Garfield.
Andrew Garfield, not even him, the new kid. That
Tom Holland?
That's an actual, like,
I
kid,
really like the Tom Holland
Well, Tom
ones.
Holland's not an actual kid in real life, but he
like,
plays a teenager.
He's not that much young kid.
Oh God, Tobey Maguire's had to have been at least close to
30.
Close to 30 when he played that, like probably 20. To be fair, he was baby. To be fair, they had James Franco playing a kid, and he was like 30.
Yeah.
So, because he's like 40 here, or he was just under 30. He's like 40 something now, 41 or something.
My favorite thing. Every once in a while, Kevin Smith will joke about like that scene in Spider-Man 2 where he loses his mask, and the old woman's like, "She's just a boy," and he's like, "Yeah, a middle-aged boy, like a full-grown boy with a mustache." Like,
true. But I mean, I look pretty young to a lot of people. Like the chick at the liquor store that thought I was like 19 or 20. So it's like.
well, when I shave, apparently I look like I'm 12.
Well, I only shave because when I grow facial hair, it doesn't grow in much, and I still look like a child. So.
Yeah, I get like little patchy, but at least
I
I
get the
look
neck
like
beard, the good old neck beard, you know, that thing.
where it doesn't even leave your skin. It just kind of.
Well, it goes like this, just like my dad's used to. It's fucking. And then up here, I get the goatee of obviously.
I remember when your dad dyed his fucking beard, and it said on the bottle like, "Don't get it on your skin." And he's like,
that was the Just for Men.
And he's like,
it's burning.
He's like, it's beard dye. How do you not get it on your skin?
That was like,
and then he like shaves, and he's like, "It won't come off."
And he had the stain for like weeks. He had the stain after he shaved it. That was like 6 years ago, I think.
Yeah, that was fucking a while ago.
That was hilarious. So now his beard's all fucking got gray. He's like got a gray. He's rocking mostly a gray beard now.
My dad's starting to get.
Well, gray, silver, I guess, not gray.
Yeah.
But he's 46, so you know, he's turning 47 this year.
Yeah.
No, next year. He just turned 46 in March. Because I'm turning 26, and he's 20 years older than me.
Yeah, my dad. Yeah, my dad's just under 21 years older than me.
Yeah, because if I recall, our parents were relatively close in age when they had us in their beginning of their 20s. My parents were 20, I believe.
Yeah, but
my mom was 21 and my dad was 20.
Yeah, my parents were both 20, but my mom had just turned 20 and my dad was about to turn 21.
Different times.
Yeah, the fucking early 90s.
Fuck, I don't know. Yeah. Can you imagine having kids at 20 years old nowadays? Like, you'd be fucked.
I don't have to imagine it. Like, 90% of my friends are having kids at 20. You know Ryan Foote?
Yeah, he's got a kid. I know. I seen that. Lots of people having kids.
I know.
No thanks.
There may come a day when
maybe
I have
in 10
kids.
more years.
Yeah. But it is not this day.
Well, nowadays, man, 40s. People having kids at 40, and it's just like that's the standard age. You got fucking people like Jeff Goldblum, who's like 65 and has a 3-year-old son. Yeah. Like Anthony Bourdain, who has a fucking 11... Oh, he's dead now, but had an 11-year-old daughter, and then he was like 61, 62. Like, especially celebrity, like the age... Jennifer Lopez... Or not Jennifer Lopez, sorry. Same age, so I'm mixing her up. Janet Jackson just had a kid last year, 50 years old. Like,
yeah. People forget that fucking Justin Timberlake whipped her tit out on MTV.
No, that wasn't MTV. That was on the Super Bowl.
Oh yeah. You're right.
And that was infamous. 2003.
And then all of a sudden, like all sorts of censorship shit came back.
It wasn't even that great of a tit. I remember being like 11 years old and seeing titty.
Ralph Garman used to do a bit on his morning radio show on the K-Rock show called Sex University, where he would just...
Sounds like a university I could go to.
Yeah, he just talks about various sexual things. Like, he's brought it back on his new podcast, so, like, he had one episode about, like, cuckolding, and another one about, like, anal fisting, and
savage.
And then another one about, like...
Who's this?
Ralph Garman.
I have no idea who that is.
He does another one where it's, like, all the top 10 on various lists of, like, Pornhub searches.
Oh, wow. I've been listening to a recent one, because I'm into crime and Hollywood, and it's Natalie Wood and like the true story about Natalie Wood.
Yeah.
And it's fucking pretty cool. Yeah, it's not too bad. Because they reopened her murder case after 30-something years. And that's Robert Wagner and Christopher Walken, who were like the suspects. And yeah, it's pretty cool.
I heard there was this podcast that went back into it that like pretty well like almost solved the crime.
That's the one I'm listening to now, I think. But, or maybe not. Because this one's new and it only has 5 episodes. But no, it's been reopened and they have heavy reasoning to believe they're people of interest again. But in all reality, Robert Wagner is 84 years old. Like, you know, it's been a long time. He's not gonna fucking see any justice.
My question is if you throw Natalie Wood in the water, does she float?
Oh my god. No, I don't think she did. Maybe after she inhaled all the water and was lifeless, then she was floating, I believe, when they found her corpse.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, we should probably wrap this up. Is there anything you want to plug? Like any social media, anything? Is there like a website for your business thing you could send people to, or
not yet? No, man. I just I got Instagram.
Just got that Instagram. Well, plug that shit.
Okay, so that's gonna be. Oh fuck! I don't even know what that is. One sec. I believe it's. Might just be Austin Saville 92. Actually, I think. Let me make sure here, and then it'll tell me. Yeah, so my Instagram, lots of marijuana photos of some premium marijuana that I work with in my industry, and lots of pictures of really good food that I cook up because I'm a boss at cooking because I used to be a cook.
Nice.
Yeah. Let's see here. What the fuck is my thing? Yeah, so that's going to be at Austin Saville 92. AUSTINSAVILLE 92. That's my Insta.
Okay, well, thanks for joining us, and I hope y'all come back for another one. Bye.
See you later. I just realized